Hey Virgo, welcome back to Distilled Tarot. My name's Shannon. I'll be guiding you through today's reading. This is going to be our daily reading for Thursday, December 17th. Now this is sort of a big astrological day. I want to mention we have Saturn moving into Aquarius. When that happens, it starts the way the degrees work in the zodiac. The first degree that a planet hits when it ingresses into a new sign is 0 degrees. That also coincidentally happens to be the point at which 0 degrees 29 minutes, where Saturn and Jupiter are going to have their grand conjunction. You may see, there's a lot going around about it. The Great Conjunction, the Grand Conjunction, some people are calling it the Age of Aquarius, but there's debate around that. I don't really support that particular idea, but it is a grand shift, a cycle that only happens once every 800 years or so. The conjunctions between Saturn and Jupiter are starting to happen in the element of air. But what's happening today is Saturn moving from Capricorn into Aquarius and activating the point at which that conjunction is going to happen. So you're going to start to see some hints about, that conjunction is going to happen on December 21st on the winter solstice for those of us in the northern hemisphere. It'll be summer solstice for those in the southern hemisphere. Look for themes of how you apply new ideas to create new structures in your life. There's opportunity for some major changes, things to be done a completely different way. At the heart of your reading, we have the Emperor in reverse. So this is taking a softer stance on authority, or someone who has been an imposing figure in your life, becoming less influential, so thereby freeing up more space for you to be the authority of your own life. The challenge that we have here is the Seven of Pentacles in reverse. So it's like withdrawing an investment, no longer investing in that anymore. What are we focused on, Virgo? What are my Virgos focused on? We have the Six of Cups in reverse. You're not wanting to idealize something in the past before, something that you had a good experience with, but then overly idealized it moving forward. Because it had been a positive experience in the past, you kind of held on to that and thought, well, we should do it like that. Remember that time. We should always do it like that because that turned out well. And there's starting to be some cracks in that concept for you, like, all right, well, just because it was great doesn't mean it's the ideal way to do things always, and maybe it's time to, look at it more clearly, because it wasn't 100% great the first time either, so there's room for improvement. You're looking for the room for improvement here. In the recent past, what led up to this? We have the Nine of Pentacles. Abundance, success, independence, having everything that you need and then some, having enough resources to play and have fun and be a little frivolous sometimes, take up some new hobbies. In the energy of the environment, we have the Page of Cups. So this is seeking emotionally. It's like you're realizing that something that held a lot of power over you, whether this is a job or that's just how you viewed your relationship or relationships in general, is that you put in a lot of the effort and the other person is in control. In the recent past, you gained a little bit more independence, possibly through a boost in your income, like maybe you're making more now than you were before, and that's just shifted something about how you see yourself or what you deserve, what you feel like you deserve, because it's shifting a power balance here. And what the environment wants from you, or what the environment is advocating right now, is to seek out to understand how other people feel and try to have them understand how you feel. It's like this testing the waters of communicating and sharing how you feel. What I feel like in this particular sense with the Page of Cups is that you're going to be, through doing so, it's actually, one of the major points is actually for you to figure out how you feel about this. The exercise or the experience of communicating with other people about how you feel is going to bring about an expansion of your own understanding of how you feel. I mean, it could change a little bit, or it could really just underscore and flourish the more you start talking about it. In the near future, we have the Eight of Swords. So you will be identifying what it was about this Six of Cups feeling that you over-idealized in the past, because it's been holding you back, and you'll have the opportunity to start understanding that a little bit more. Like, oh, I always thought it had to be that way because I identified it, I locked it in my paradigm as the happy way of doing things, or I want to repeat that experience because it's a nostalgic experience for me. Something that you're just doing habitually, perhaps, but it's going to come more to the forefront of your conscious mind. You're going to realize a way or multiple ways in which that was actually not true. It didn't have to be this way. It's just that it was that way, so it was nostalgic for you. But I think you're going to see a much, through this exploration of your feelings and the sharing and the communication that goes on, ... you'll come to a point where you realize the ways in which those paradigms, those ideas were actually holding you back. Or at least what parts of it weren't true. Let's get you your surprise energy. Something's going to come in and influence the situation that you're not expecting. What is going to come in and surprise my Virgos? Thank you. We have strength in reverse. Some of you may be dealing with a Leo, in which case they're going to come to the table with some advice or something that really bolsters your confidence. If this doesn't stand in for a person in your life, it may stand in for an energy, in which case you're going to be surprised by identifying some weaknesses that you had that you'd been aware of, because the potential for strength exists there. So it's like this, something that had been under your radar in your subconscious through this idealizing the past and letting it inform the way that you do that particular thing in your life over and over again. Coming from, I think, a positive place, that's a typical human behavior. So we're not talking about anything, off the wall here. But with this strength in reverse, this tells me that there's untapped potential that exists within you that's going to come to the surface. The way that happens is typically through identifying a weakness, and just through the sheer identification of it and bringing it into your conscious awareness, realizing that that's the case, that in and of itself shifts the perspective enough that you are now consciously acting in your life rather than unconsciously repeating nostalgic things from your past. It's gonna make you feel more confident, more capable, more aware. Let's see the energy of your hopes and fears. We have the King of Wands in reverse. So we're talking about frustrations, erratic behavior, impatience. There must be something about this pattern that you have that's like conflict avoidant or emotional outburst avoidant. It's like part of the reasoning or the result of why this has felt like the right pattern for you has been all about, temper. This is how I avoid temper tantrums or something like that, or like emotional outbursts. You're going to have an ability to transform that fear through this experience. And the end result, we have the Star. This is you finding the purpose of this experience, embodying it, and connecting with your higher self in a way that allows you to integrate more of your full potential and exemplify your uniqueness in a very upbeat, happy, positive way. It's like, look at me, look what I can do, look how special I am. But in a not in an attention-seeking way, in a positive, you're proud of yourself, you're confident with yourself sort of a way. It's like as you live your specialness, as you live your uniqueness, it turns the volume up on who you are to everyone else. You're not one of the crowd, you're you. Let's get you some advice. We have the Chariot in reverse. Don't rush it. Make sure that everything is aligned before trying to move things forward, because this energy is here waiting in the wings. There's a lot of momentum here in this current. So be careful with it. Be mindful with it. You don't want to jump in a raging rapid, not pointed the right direction. They'll just flip you over. So you want to get aligned with the energy, the current that exists, so that you can make full use of it. Give me more advice for the Chariot, please. How can Virgo get aligned? What should they work on for this alignment? Knight of Candles. This, I think it's impulse control, that the temper issue that we were talking about, that may exist within you. So in order to get alignment, that's a major opportunity for you here in order to be able to express more of yourself without having to worry about any sort of anger control or temper issues. It'll be more manageable after you go through this experience, because you have this hidden strength, you have this hidden discipline, this hidden or latent or untapped potential here. It feels like the whole reason why this is happening. All right, Virgo, I hope that helped. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys back tomorrow. Bye.